Sexual reproduction is a natural way of reproduction in humans and other animals. This type of reproduction is more complex and lengthy as compared to asexual reproduction. The sexual reproduction consists of a set of stages. These stages can be divided into three main stages, that is, pre-fertilization, fertilization, and post-fertilization. Pre-fertilization stage, the stage of sexual reproduction in which gametes are formed. The process of gamete formation is called gametogenesis. The male gametes are called sperms, and the process of sperm formation is called spermatogenesis. This process takes place in male gonads, that is, testes. The spermatogenesis starts at the age of puberty. The sperms are motile and haploid as these are formed by meiotic cell division. The female gamete is called ovum or egg. The process of egg formation takes place in the ovary and is called oogenesis. After gametogenesis, the male transfers its sperms into the female body for fertilization during sexual intercourse. Fertilization stage. The process of fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization or syngamy. The fertilization may take place outside of the body in water, called external fertilization, or inside the female reproductive tract, called internal fertilization. Post-fertilization stage. As a result of fertilization, a zygote is formed. This zygote then divides mitotically and develops into an embryo. This process is called embryogenesis. The embryo undergoes different stages and eventually becomes a complete organism. Reproduction in rabbit. The rabbit is a small placental mammal used as experimental animals due to their small size, easily tamed nature, fast reproductive rate, and being commonly available. The male reproductive system of rabbit and other placental mammals consists of the following parts. First, a pair of testes. Second, associated ducts and glands. Third, external genitalia. The testes are located outside the body in a pouch called the scrotum. These are elongated in shape, and each testis consists of a network of fine tubes called seminiferous tubules. Production of sperm takes place in these tubules. The male reproductive system of rabbits possesses the following ducts and glands. The epididymis is a coiled tube attached to the testis, storing and transporting sperms. The vas deferens is a long tube that starts from the epididymis and joins the urethra near the urinary bladder. The urethra is a common duct that transports urine as well as sperms. There are 3 glands attached to the vas deferens. Seminal vesicles produce a secretion that provides nutrients to sperms. The prostate gland secretes fluid that nourishes and protects sperm. This fluid is secreted during ejaculation. Cowper's glands are a pair of small glands located inferior to the prostate gland. The fluid from this gland, along with sperms, is called semen. The semen contains 10% sperm and 90% fluid. Finally, the external genitalia, called the penis, is used to inject sperms into the female body. The female reproductive organs include a pair of ovaries, a pair of oviducts, a pair of uteri, the vagina, and some accessory glands. The ovaries are 2 small oval bodies about 2 centimeters long, located behind the kidneys. The ovaries are egg-producing organs. Each egg is surrounded by a cluster of specialized cells called follicles, which nourish the egg cell. The fallopian tubes or oviducts connect the ovaries with the uterus. The mature eggs from the ovaries are released into the fallopian tubes. Fertilization occurs in the fallopian tube, and the fertilized egg, or zygote, is carried to the uterus. The uterus is an elastic sac-like structure where the development of the zygote takes place. The uterus is divided into 2 separate parts called horns. Each horn has its own cervix, and the 2 cervices open into a single vagina. The vagina is a long, wide median duct that serves to receive the sperms from the penis during copulation. The secretion of the accessory glands lubricates the vaginal passage during sexual excitement. The breeding season of rabbits may continue throughout the year. However, male rabbits usually remain inactive sexually during the hot season. During copulation, the male deposits sperms in the female reproductive tract. These sperms swim towards the fallopian tube and fertilize the egg there. After fertilization, the zygote starts dividing, and before the zygote is carried to the uterus, it becomes a small embryo. This embryo is implanted in the uterus wall. A tissue develops between the walls of the uterus and the embryo called the placenta. Through this placenta, the exchange of material between the embryo and the mother takes place. The gestation period is 29 to 35 days.